finally back. I'm a bit sorry for how long it has been since my intro video, but the end of the year happened to be a bit busy for me, at least. I'm sure it was for a lot of people. It was just a bit of a surprise. It wasn't in my rough plan or knowledge of what was happening, but it went well, so that was nice. I hope everybody's new year, or start to the new year, is going well. I also just remembered that I wanted to say thank you so much for the very warm welcome. It was such a nice surprise, so warm, cozy feelings, and thank you again. Next, before I get off track, I'm trying to keep on track, if that isn't somewhat obvious, I wanted to say that this video will be a few updates of things that did happen in the hobby for me during my almost month-long absence. And firstly, my project doll did arrive, the one that I mentioned at the end of my intro. She arrived safe and sound. She was a few days late, but that was okay. It was probably because the postal system has quite a bit of business around this time of year and is quite busy, I'm sure. So the safe and sound part is the best part. So here she is. For the most part, this isn't her head. This is Clary's. And that's for a couple of reasons. And the first is that, and I'm sorry if you hear cats, once again they are at my door wanting to come in. Anyways, first reason that she has a different head than what she came with, which I will show in a moment, is it's just so wonderful to see this head finally on a body. She has never had one when she was with me, and so it's exhilarating and makes me more excited to eventually get her a body. She's not first on that list of bodies, of getting bodies, but it did make me more interested, and oh yeah, just I want to get her a body as soon as possible. It probably won't be for a while. It would be cool if she could keep this one in a way, but obviously the skin tones do not match at all. The scarf helps, but yeah, I also want a shorter body for her, I think. This is about 60 centimeters. Alright, on to the second reason, which I will get the original head, which I don't know if I mentioned this. Oh no, there's a wig coming with it. I don't know if I mentioned already, but she is a Delinean Acacia, which is a rather old company. I'm pretty sure they've been out of business for quite a while. But here's her head. Hopefully you can see. I'm not good at this. But she is so intriguing. I really ended up liking her more than I thought I would. But sadly, the other reason that she's not on her own body right now is because I don't really like her with the others in my group. And I'm pretty sure it's because she's a rather large face and head. And I just feel like they don't really bring out the best in each other when they're next to each other. And because I like them separately. I think I'm just a little picky about that sort of thing. I kind of wish I wasn't, but oh well. That kind of leads on to me not being exactly sure what I'm going to do with the full doll, because as I said, Clary's not keeping this body. But I have been mulling over about 3 options. One is getting a different head, one that I know, or somewhat know, would go with everybody else. And that seems like the most likely, or the one I'm most inclined to actually do. The second one is actually modding her existing head, which is a really scary option. I don't know how well it would go because I have never done that sort of thing before. I'm interested and intrigued to do it, but there's some definite trepidation. I think that's the right word. I hope it is. So that's a little bit more unlikely of an option. The third one is to sell her, because I do like her as is, and it would be nice if she could go to a place where she really fit in as herself. No matter what happens, I'm sure it'll end up good. At least that's what I'm hoping for. My screen went dark. I gotta be able to see what's going on. At least try, anyways. I haven't done much with her besides plopping a head on her. I did restring her when she arrived because she arrived unstrung. That was an interesting experience. It went actually quite well, but each doll has their quirks, and she had a number of quirks for me to learn. Once I got them down, though, it went pretty smoothly, and I had to do it a few times because to get different heads on this body, the way I've strung it, and neck holes and S-hooks and all of that, I have to unstring her almost completely to get a different head on, because the compatibility is not... I didn't help it, let's just put it that way. But other than that, I haven't done anything with her. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Which, I think I use interesting. I use that word too often. Everything's interesting or something. Alright, my second update, I guess, yes, would be that I actually worked on one of my own dolls that I already had. Let me move a head aside and a wig. Too much on my desk. And that doll is Fen, and some of you probably will have already seen what I have accomplished, because I post on Instagram somewhat regularly. I probably can't use regularly as an adverb to describe my posting activity, but I did post, excuse me, most of what I did there. I'm losing my voice. Hope I'm not getting sick. Anyway, this is what this is what he looks like now. The first thing that I attempted to do was to fix his face up. And I will show that, or attempt to show it. Ooh, I'm not centered. Alright. Wow, I went silent there. Oh well. Anyway. Whew. I started by working on his face up, as he said, and it looks quite different than it did before. He's kind of slippery. And he had a default face up, and it was very old. He's rather old. And it was not in perfect condition. It was cracked around the eyes and scuffs and just normal wear and tear on an old face up. So I started by resealing him and repainting and adding blushing and so forth and so on, and I was trying out new techniques and new ways of doing things, and I've only actually done like 2 or 3 full face-ups before, so I'm really happy that this actually turned out okay. But yeah, it was an enjoyable experience, but by no means perfect. So, wow, I keep saying so. Oh well. I ended up adding this facial marking at the end to help camouflage some of the more major or obvious imperfections, and I really like how that went as well. I used a dotting tool, which that was fun and new. And overall, when he was done, he feels like he has such a character and such a spark of life to him, and he just feels more like him and more alive, and that makes me so happy. I actually did something, and I haven't been able to do that in a while, so that's somewhat of an explanation of why I'm so excited, and I'm probably rambling. But anyway, Yes, I also changed out his eyes, and I really like these ones, and they're a very beautiful color, and I think they suit him quite well. And lastly is the thing I haven't showed on Instagram actually. I meant to, but I kind of forgot to. Is this wig. I made him a yarn wig because I was going to put on his old wig, but I didn't really like how it looked at all. It did not go with him anymore, in my opinion. And so I made him one. This isn't the fiber I had picked out for him, but I couldn't find that fiber, so I went with this one, and I'm quite happy with it. It's my third fiber yarn wig that I've made, and so it still has quite a few weak spots and everything, but it turned out okay. So the whole thing went pretty well overall, and it just makes me so much more excited about the doll and about the character, which I hope to actually talk about in a video soon. I love talking about characters, so that'll probably be quite a long video and a bit of rambliness, but that'll be okay. Well, hopefully. Anyway, I think that's it for him. And then lastly, I have a small update in that I ordered a surprise bag of urethane eyes. I almost said something weird. Anyway, off of Etsy, and that was a few days ago, and they should be coming in a week, or a little over a week, at least I hope. And I love surprise bags, have since I was quite young. They're some of my favorite things, so when I saw these I was like, oh, gotta get. And yes, I'm hoping they work for at least one of my dolls. They're various sizes and they're in pastel colors, so they sound really beautiful. And if I remember, I will post a link to the shop. I did say it was on Etsy, right? I think I did. Yeah, I think that's it. And I'm sorry if I rambled and repeated myself. I'm very much not used to being in front of the camera. I'm still quite nervous. Losing my voice does not help, though. And also, going a month in between recording videos does not help. I will try not to do that again. I actually quite enjoy making videos and seeing other people's videos and stuff, and I don't want to just do a video like every month or so. Because, yeah, anyways, rambling, see? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you hopefully soon. Maybe with a character video, maybe with a tag video, something. Bye!